James, I'm going to go with DraftKings. DKNG is the ticker for that one. This is an oligopoly, an online sports betting, that and FanDuel. It's owned by Flutter Entertainment in your home country of Ireland there, Owen. It kind of have been this oligopoly, 80% plus market share in the United States for online spending. You can bet on, the outcomes of games, how many passing yards Patrick Mahomes is going to throw in a football game, things like this. But I saw, James, that you were even in the browsing of your web browser here, pulling up some polymarket graphs, which is kind of the disruptor of this industry now, which is now you don't have the house raking 10% like you typically have done at casinos or on sports betting for most bets of the rake of the total take that's out there. You've now got kind of these kind of open sources available everywhere. This is a federal program that you can now have polymarkets, prediction markets that will allow you to basically bet on anything. It started out with political elections, then it went into sports betting, and now you can even bet on, how many times is Trump going to say tariff on the next presentation that he gives. I mean, almost anything you want to make a bet on, you can now do this. And it's just regulated in a completely different way. DraftKings is kind of in a reactionary position from this because they've enjoyed raking in the profits for so many years. And now they're saying, hey, we're going to offer our own prediction markets product. We've doubled our buyback authorization because the stock has gone down so aggressively. It's going to be interesting to see how or if they're able to pivot as this entire industry is evolving right now.
So down 30% over the past year, roughly. It sounds like, Simon, that the prediction market stuff is kind of like either incipient or it's very, very small at this point. It's not a big part of the revenue yet, but it's potentially their future. Is that what you're saying?
At first, I had considered it to be a competitive threat because you were thinking that companies like, Kalshi or anyone that's really kind of focused native to predictive markets would woo over the customers from DraftKings. They'd start using the platform that was more universally available and bet on more things rather than just what DraftKings had offered. But I'm starting to change my opinion on this, James. I think that actually it's going to be an incremental opportunity because DraftKings has had to abide by the state rules on gaming and betting and gambling. There was only 38 states even allowed it in the United States for a while. Now all of a sudden predictive markets are open for everyone. Of course, DraftKings can compete in this new market as well. It could actually be a blessing in disguise. So they're going to have to give up a little bit of their existing oligopoly profits, but it could be an even bigger opportunity.